Upon entering an embalming chamber, you would be perplexed by the number of symbols marked on the walls. You could closely observe those winding reliefs and question the meaning behind all of it. But if the full meaning of those symbols were revealed to you, the answer would be astonishing. The markings are hieroglyphs carved into limestone walls, sacred symbols and inscriptions that assisted in the process. A process that remained a mystery for a long time, but which we are now going to discover. The ritual began around the stone table. A priest recited the formulas and prayers from the Book of the Dead, sacred instructions meant to spiritually prepare the deceased for the process that would follow. Around the table, oils, aromatic resins, and natron were arranged to be prepared. These materials purified and perfumed, but they had another purpose: to preserve the physical figure against decomposition. Then began one of the most delicate stages of mummification: the removal of the brain. The embalmer inspected his working tool. He approached the body, and with an iron hook, he accessed the brain through the nostrils. With slow and careful movements, little by little, all the internal tissue of the head was removed. The brain was not considered the center of the soul. It did not carry the moral weight of existence. The internal organs were then removed. The instrument used was an obsidian knife, since metal was considered impure and reacted with organic tissue. The cutter, or parachistes as he was called, was the specialist who made the lateral incision in the left flank. It was a poorly regarded role. Interfering with the integrity of the deceased was considered a transgression, but it was a necessary evil for the procedure. Through the opening, the internal organs were removed. These were separated to receive their own treatment. The organs were stored in what were known as canopic jars. Each one represented one of the 4 sons of Horus. Imseti, with a human head, protected the liver. He symbolized consciousness, presence, and the continuity of identity after death. The liver was considered the seat of human emotions and vitality. Its preservation was necessary in order to experience passions and happiness in the new existence. Happy, with the head of a baboon, protected the lungs. The baboon was associated with wisdom, time, and worship. The lungs were the breath of life, life given and sustained by the gods. Duamatef, with the head of a jackal, protected the stomach. A symbol of Anubis, lord of the necropolis, he was the guardian of the soul that was passing to the valley of immortality. The stomach was the path of nourishment and symbolized the preservation of life. Guarded by Anubis, it represented victory over death. And Cubisanuif, with the head of a falcon, symbolized the celestial principle, bearer of the all-seeing eyes. He guarded the intestines, the place where secrets resided. For the ancient Egyptians, the viscera held magical power, and it was this urn that was attacked by demons during the boat's crossing. The enemy in this process was time. To prevent the decay of physical matter, it was treated with natron, dehydrating the muscles and tissues for 70 days. Meanwhile, artisans prepared the wooden sarcophagus. The one that would contain the mummy was shaped in human form and carefully finished with paintings and sacred inscriptions. After dehydration was complete, the torso was filled with pure myrrh, sawdust, resins, and aromatic substances. It was then wrapped in long strips of linen and covered with resins to seal the tissue, protect the mummy, and symbolically unite the earthly figure with its new eternal condition. The preservation of the earthly figure was part of the journey. On the spiritual plane, the candidate for eternity was judged. The heart remained guarded inside the mummy because it carried the weight of the decisions made during life. Upon appearing in the spiritual world, the heart was placed on one side of the scale, and on the other the light feather of Ma'at, symbol of truth, order, and justice. If the heart was light, the soul could continue onward. If it was heavy with the mistakes of life, its fate was condemnation. Finally, the mummy was placed inside the sarcophagus. The lid was slowly closed. The tomb received the personal belongings of the deceased. And as the final step, a stone closed the entrance, definitively separating the space of the living from the space of eternity. For the Egyptians, none of this was horror. It was faith, technique, ritual, and hope. Mummification was a sacred attempt to defeat time, preserving the earthly figure so that the soul could continue its journey forever. If this story fascinated you, remember to help our channel grow. Leave your like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Share it with your friends and enemies. Comment on what you thought of the story and what you would like to see here next. Au revoir, and see you next time.